Hey, what's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. And as always, got to make sure to show that gratitude for everybody who's been here, everybody who's recently joined, and everybody who's soon to join. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into it, man. So, as y'all see from the title, I really want to dive deep into the topic of when it comes to going within yourself, right? And asking yourself questions that are going to help you to unlock your true potential, right? That are going to help you to really like better understand yourself. And there's plenty of videos out there that are like this, where guys talk about the same thing. But I kind of figured I'd just make my own, because we all have our own unique perspective of how we perceive being able to like understand things in life, right? And when I really sit here and think about it, guys, man, there's just a deep sense of meaning that I really get when I look at life from a different perspective in terms of how I'm feeling inside, because what you feel inside is basically how you feel inside is what you're going to project on the outside. And that alone itself is something extremely powerful, man, that really goes over a lot of people's heads. And I just think it's really interesting to talk about such a thing because you guys would be really surprised by how many people are always asking others for advice on what they should do, who they should be, where they should go, the things that, or the activities that they should participate in, right? Stuff like that. And the last thing I'd ever want anyone to do is sit here and try to take everything I'm saying, like it's just a big old bucket of sugar, right? And then just, lay it out and think that that's the final plan, right? That's the blueprint, and that's just not the case. Because of course you guys always want to make sure to do your own research, Google things if you have to. Just do some research on your own, man. But understand that, kind of like what I was saying in my video that I made yesterday, we have to look at the bigger picture in life. We have to understand that we are the creators of our own reality, man. We are the ones who forge our own path. Not necessarily our destiny, because whatever's laid out for us that we're going to do in the next days, weeks, months, and years, it's already been written. Shout out and credit and much love to the elder. You guys already know him. Oh my God, to say his name. But I will anyways, just in case someone really doesn't know who I'm talking about, Bro Sanchez. That's who I got it from. And but that doesn't necessarily mean that you still can't do the small things to really better yourself, better improve yourself, right? Such as getting a haircut, man, such as going to the gym, working out, like what you guys see me doing, my little short YouTube clip I made yesterday, I think it was, yeah. And stuff like that, right? Just getting yourself right, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all aspects. And that's something that I'm still working on myself. I'm not perfect by any means. I don't look perfect. I was never born perfect. And I've definitely had my trials and tribulations, and there's been a lot of deepness within myself that I've really had to explore, man, to just really figure myself out. There's been a lot of things that I've had to work on over the years that I've struggled with, such as stuff like, the corn, watching the hub, whatever words you guys would like to use, whatever term, there's a lot of them and stuff like that, man. But then I started realizing that all that damage I was just doing to myself. And I really had to go inside and figure out why. Where was all this nonsense stemming from? Like, why was I doing so much harm to myself? So much harm to other people? Not necessarily physically, but just with the way that I approached things, the way I responded back to people, right? The energy that I just put out back into the world. And believe me, y'all, I definitely got a lot of karma for the stuff that not even I just necessarily did, right? But just the stuff that I said, right? And we really have to look at that as something serious, man. Just for the fact that you're fully capable, we as a collective are fully capable of pushing past these boundaries, man, and really becoming who we were meant to become, who we were always meant to be, right? Good people, nurturing people, lovable people, kind, compassionate, of course, humble. We're not going to leave that out, right? Polite, spreading good vibes, putting out good energy, right? Stuff like that really matters, y'all. A lot. And the last couple years of my life, man, I've realized this. And even now, all I can do is just keep practicing these things and keep trying to get better at them. Because the old last path that I embarked on, I just didn't realize that it was a dangerous path. And I realized that that's not the life I wanted for myself. That's not the life, nor the type of energy I want to put back out into the world. Because why? Only bad will come back to me afterwards. So like I said, guys, I had to do a lot of introspective researching just about myself. I had to sit down, man, and really meditate and ask myself questions, man, and things like that. Because, if not, I would end up losing myself. You're right. My mind will become clouded and foggy. I would forget what I want to say. I'd never quite understand why just out of nowhere I'd have outbursts. Not necessarily like just out loud, like I just unleash it. But for me, it's for me, like personally, y'all, it's an internal thing, right? For me, it builds up on the inside till it eventually, unleashes, instead of just being like the other way around, where I just unleash it right then and there and stuff like that. But I've gained a lot of control, and I've really disciplined and humbled myself these last just few years, man, because I realized all the things that have ever happened to me, all the type of energy that I've always got back, I only did that to myself. And it wasn't just because of the way I treated other people, but how I treated myself. And I realized that it was a very, very big mistake, because I started doing that at a very, very young age. And up until this point, man, it was just ups and downs, some good times, some good moments, stuff like that. And there were some bad times and bad moments. But I don't take it as a loss, and you never should. You should just simply take it as a lesson, man, because at the end of the day, that's what it really is. It's just a lesson you had to learn, right? It's nothing that you feel like, it's nothing that you should feel like was pinned against you purposely by the universe or whatever, right? It's just something that sooner or later you'd have to face about yourself, which is why it's so important, guys, to do your shadow work, right? Really sit down and just think to yourself, man. Just get up in your mind for a minute, not the brain. Get in your mind, right? And just talk to yourself, man. Ask yourself questions. I know that sounds a little, strange or whatever, a little crazy, but hey, man, it's the best treatment, right? The best treatment you can probably give yourself, from what I've figured out, at least these last few years, man, was that really when I'm talking to myself, I'm the one that truly knows how to really answer my own questions. And I do it all in here, but while being led by this and not the brain or others or things that are out of my control, right? So, with that being said, guys, I hope I didn't get too far off topic. But as usual, y'all know me at this point. That tends to happen quite a lot, and I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I just want to make this quick video. Well, this, just about 10-minute video. Just talking to you guys about that, man, because that's something really important we got to understand as a collective. Yeah, I mean, not just as singular individuals, of course that too, but as a collective, because as a collective, man, all our energy gets put into whatever in the world they're pushing out into the world, man, good or bad, which as of lately has been a lot of bad from what you guys can see, from what you guys have been seeing lately. But anyways, man, enough of that. That's something else for another day. Peace and much love, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like. Help me get my videos out into the algorithm. It's a really big help. You guys never have to do it if you really don't want to. I mean, it really does help, obviously. But I'm not going to tell you guys, oh, man, you should do this, you should do that. Because I don't have any say-so in that. That's all you guys, man. I'm just here just to make a difference in the world, man. Inspire. They say the greatest human act is to inspire. And I feel like that's what I'm doing. So with that being said, much love, guys, and consider subscribing as well. But like I said, I'll leave it up to y'all, man. Peace and much love. See you guys on the next one.